Sprinting to the future of law. Caring for Mother Earth. Sustainability with NetZero Buildings. Part 4. Legal and ethical issues. In the previous part of this issue, we talked about who should be interested in NetZero buildings. In this part, we will discuss some legal and ethical issues with NetZero buildings. The Paris Climate Agreement, a legally binding international treaty on climate change, was adopted by 196 countries at UN Climate Change Conference COP21 in Paris on December 12, 2015. It entered into force on November 4, 2016 and set target for 45% reduction in global emissions by 2030 and complete net zero emissions by 2050. Further building on the foundation of COP21, the 26th Conference of the Parties, or COP26, of United Nations Framework Convention held in Glasgow, aimed to limit the global temperature rise to 1.5 degrees Celsius. Therefore, all industries must move towards incorporating energy efficiency in one way or another. Recently, COP28 was held in Dubai, where UAE consensus was adopted. It became the first COP conference in which the phasing out of fossil fuels was explicitly mentioned. All these international treaties are now driving countries to develop and modify their environmental laws and regulations. In light of these developments, net zero buildings must adhere to stringent compliance required by the building codes and regulations governing energy efficiency and emission reduction. Special permits and zoning consideration may also be essential for net zero projects. To promote net zero buildings, increasingly governments worldwide are providing special incentives. They include subsidies for installing net zero technologies, tax credits, and extension of tax offsets. Ethical considerations revolve around increasing number of accusations of lip services and greenwashing. So transparency is needed in providing comprehensive information about a building's carbon footprint and ensuring that the net zero buildings maintain long-term sustainability with respect to environmental performance. While legal issues are mostly related to building codes and internationally accepted treaties, ethical issues related to environmental claims and compliances are at the heart of the concept of net zero buildings. In the next part of this issue, we will look at some important consideration for net zero buildings in India.